Wow. Bitcoin charts, the micro, the macro, there's so much going on. It's so difficult to put into like a 10-minute video. I'm going to start with a synopsis. It goes like this. We've waited years to get a certain type of confirmation that basically says to us, hey, you're onto something here. There will be bullish continuation into another bull market cycle for Bitcoin, $100,000 and beyond potentially. Well, I think we're within a couple weeks, a few weeks maybe, of the confirmation that we're looking for, one way or another. And I want to show that to you in this video. What is up, everyone? Thanks for coming by Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe on the way in. Let's jump into the video. Here we go. Fibonacci retracement, swing high last summer. You see it, to our COVID pandemic swing low, and we are testing a very critical area, this green rectangle. And this is what I'm talking about, everybody. Zoomed out on the chart, we had the bull market swing high. We had a lower high last summer. And right now, this could be it. We are there. We've waited years for this. And it's taking time to play out, obviously. Like this was the beginning of August back here, but we've waited years to get this. This is the confirmation that we've been waiting for. Is Bitcoin getting ready post 2020 halving to do what it's consistently done? Go into the next bull market. You've seen the stock to flow charts. The moment of truth is here. And this whole area will give us the confirmation. Is it just another lower high in a continued downtrend for Bitcoin? If Bitcoin is going to continue its consistency, continue into a bull market, the answer is no. This will fail as a lower high. And yes, it does all start on the micro charts. Here's a quick clip from the other day. So right now, Bitcoin on the weekly chart, we have the swing high back here, middle of August, to the previous swing low. This weekly candle swing low right around 9,800. We have our Fibonacci retracement. This is the area I believe Bitcoin is going to retrace to at the very least test the 786 line, sitting right around $11,800 to $900, down to the 618, right around $11,500. There it is. And that is it, everybody. That is the moment of truth for Bitcoin. So if I go back to this chart real quick and we look at what Bitcoin did the previous swing high last summer, you can just see we had this previous swing high to a swing low, right? And we saw resistance at this. This was exactly the move, that I predicted a few days ago. This is what happened last summer. Basically, if I was doing a video right here and predicting Bitcoin's going to go test this Fibonacci resistance, and it does, right? And then it failed. Last summer, it failed. And this is the confirmation we're waiting for. And we're getting very close because now, I don't know if my prediction is going to be right, first of all, right? We're going to see that. But this is the swing high to the swing low. And this is the same exact move that we're waiting to see if Bitcoin does like it did last summer, right? So we had a swing high down to a swing low, up to Fibonacci retracement. Now we have a swing high down to swing low. My prediction is we get to this Fibonacci retracement. And, I see so much happening on Twitter and YouTube. Like people are getting very excited about the bull market. I am too. And I'm anticipating that Bitcoin does make a run and we do start seeing higher highs and higher lows. But the failure of that happening, the failure of the stock to flow model, right? I believe will begin literally right here in the next couple of weeks. And I think if we see failure, if we see rejection, if we see Bitcoin fail to get above these areas, Bitcoin's going to be doing something that none of us have been expecting or even strongly anticipating, and that is potentially a continued downtrend. And that would be opposite of what Bitcoin has done historically. Things going on in this world, things going on in financial markets, traditional stock market, they might have a lot to do with this. Bitcoin has never really lived through a recession, right? So what if something like that happens? Potentially that could spell the failure for Bitcoin to continue in this consistency that it's been on. Do I think that's going to happen? That's not what I'm saying. However, we are there, everybody, and it really starts on this chart. Now, Speaking of this zoomed in chart, there are a lot of things happening now when we start beginning to zoom in. And that's what's really exciting about it. Not only do we have things happening on the macro, right? And we're testing critical areas. We're talking about a potential lower high and that being broken. But if we start zooming in on the chart, here's the area that I predicted that we're going to go to. It's this swing high, right? Back in middle of August to the swing low up to this Fibonacci retracement. Currently, we are about, we are around 8% to around 12% away from testing that channel. That move could happen very quickly for Bitcoin. And what lies ahead in resistance, in terms of resistance, is this as well, the 50-day moving average. And not only could it be resistance, but it is another confirmation. So this whole entire channel, I would say 7 to 12% above where Bitcoin is trading right now, is such a big pivot point in terms of the macro charts and what we've been really waiting years for. And I love how that translates onto the micro zoomed in charts. I love how we're getting to an area where we really do see strong resistance. And if that resistance is broken, Bitcoin could be doing something that we've all been waiting for, and that is entering that next bull market. So currently on the 6-hour chart, here's what's going on. We have our falling descending channel that we've talked about the last week or so, and Bitcoin was just grappling with this upper trend line area. We broke above it. We revisited this trend line, and this is the white trend line of these close and open candles, regardless or disregarding these wicks, right? We saw support there, and we're seeing continuation. We're seeing a slow, steady uptrend for Bitcoin, and that is good with a target of around $11,000. So when we're talking about those macro charts, it really starts right here on the 6-hour chart. What is Bitcoin going to do? More exciting than just this descending channel with a breakout target of around $11,000 is this green line. That's $10,500. We managed to get back above. That is the neckline of an inverse head and shoulders we've been talking about on this channel for a while now. We talked about when we broke pretty strongly through it to 12,500, potentially retracing and retesting that area. Bitcoin did, and it failed the last couple weeks or so. And it is critical that Bitcoin gets back above that neckline. And it has, as of right now, you can see it on this weekly chart. And that is phenomenal, right? We're seeing continued support above the 50-week moving average. That is bullish. So all the things are still coming together. Bitcoin's looking fine, right? This move back to 10,500 and below area really was not that big of a concern. That consolidation was normal for Bitcoin, but now we are there. If we look at the daily chart and we see what's been going on, the swing high bull market, last summer swing high, which was a lower high, potentially the lower high now. And you can see if I remove some of these like Fibonacci's to get a clear view of these charts, Bitcoin on the daily chart, this is it, everybody. I'm telling you, the resistance is here. And you can just see this yellow trend line right here. This trend line goes all the way to that bull market swing high, last summer swing high. Bitcoin, we fell below it for a very brief period for a little over a week or so recently. You can just see the bulls, and you can just see the sentiment in these wicks on these candles, these daily candles, the bulls just fighting to keep Bitcoin going. And we've gotten back above that yellow trend line. We've gotten back above the 10,500 neckline. And the 50-day moving average is that third really key critical indicator Bitcoin needs to fight back or fight to get back above. And, time will tell. I truly think that in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to get a very strong confirmation of Bitcoin direction. That's just my thought. I think it's all playing out on these charts. It's all coming together, years of charts coming together in a very confluent area, namely just all up here. The 50 moving average, we have our short-term targets that we talked about. We have this Fibonacci retracement, short-term Fibonacci retracement, up to right around $12,000. And yes, it all does start with this 6-hour chart. Can Bitcoin hit its first bullish target of $11,000? We could be having just kind of a slow, steady consolidation area right now, maybe going overnight. Let's see if there's continuation for Bitcoin to test to break through that $11,000. The question is, on the daily chart, what happens if it gets close to this 50 moving average? Bitcoin must must get above. So I wanted to kind of try and bring all the charts together for you to really play into that long-term story that all of us are looking at, the Bitcoin bull market. When will it happen? You can see the bull market doors just above that green rectangle. That's a long-term Fibonacci, $13,000 to $16,000. Still a little bit of ways to go, but when Bitcoin breaks this, that will be, on this YouTube channel at least, the confirmation to the Bitcoin bull market. Time will tell. Appreciate you cruising by. Let me know your thoughts below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome day, and God bless.